Welcome to the BookD podcast and my interview with Laura Dockrill.
And my interview with Stephen Camden. Anything that you do has to be selfish, otherwise, A, you wouldn't do it and you wouldn't put your heart and everything into it, but B, also then you go, I don't write for me, I write for everybody else.
Okay,
and I think,
you're right.
Actually...
I've never even considered the
opposite.
Actually,
you write for yourself, of course, you're good at it, you know you're good at it, and also you have to.
I never even considered the idea of writing
I don't write
for
this
anybody
for me.
else.
This is for everybody else. I
am a very selfish person, though.
I'm a selfless man.
If you come to my house, look, if I make chips, you come to my house, before I bring it out to you, I'll be like, yeah, that one's got more. There you go.
No, I'm the opposite.
No, man, I give myself more always. I'm properly selfish.
I'm so that kind of person, like, if something drops on the floor, I always have it dropped on the floor.
Oh, if you've seen it drop on the floor?
No, like privately. If I drop something on the floor,
okay, maybe germs
I'll always
is different.
Give my everything.
The paternal. No, but if it's just about rations.
And I write for other people.
All right. I'm all heart, man. I'm all heart. No, I think it's just funny, isn't it? Because like you know, you've written, like you say, it's done, and you can't kind of touch it.
No.
So it could. I think if you were that way inclined, it could kind of drive you mad because it's like that's not even me anymore. That was me at a time.
I'll never forget when I went to secondary school. I did a secondary school entrance exam, and one of the exams for one of the schools that was a local state school, the entrance exam was an art exam. You could get a special scholarship through art. Obviously, I illustrate, but I illustrate in my own illustration way. I wouldn't say it was art. And we had to draw some fruit and some, sit there for an hour and a half, still life, some mushed up bruised fruit in some paper. I was done by like half an hour, and I thought, actually, because I draw quick anyway, and I thought, I quite like that, actually. That's okay, Laura. Yeah. So I looked back and I remember exactly how I felt. And then time was ticking and everyone else was...
Yeah.
And I thought, I felt like Mr. Bean,
Yeah.
Like, oh, gosh. I don't know what came over me. I just reached for the black pastel.
And you went out?
No, I didn't, but I hashed every single spare bit of paper in black.
So it looked like it was coming out.
So it just looked apps, and I remember then it was like 5 minutes to go, like 4 minutes to go, and it was just didn't get any less black and just like worse, and I was covered, and like it was so good. I couldn't take back those steps, and I always remember that. It was such a learning curve for me of my writing. With everything I do, it's like when it's time to leave it and put your pen down, say goodbye, because otherwise it starts turning into something that it's not. Anything creative that can move and that is fluid, like writing and like storytelling or anything, if you start tampering with it too much, it becomes a different shape that you're... Yeah. It happens in my writing all the time. I'll start writing about a character, but then I might mention maybe her grandma died, for example, and then I'll start really going down that route. Then I'll start telling about the grandma, then I'll start going to her mum, and then building this whole new world that it's then becomes about someone else. And even that's really interesting. There has to be a point when you go, no.